Brought to you by the Steel Bikini Spectacular 4, Nintendo Hellfire and Honey. We won a little bit yesterday, so we have enough to play a really cool Classic. Now, Classic, of course, is different than Showdown. I don't like playing multi-entry in Classic because there's 8 billion combinations to win, so I like to do single entry. So for 12 bucks, there's 12K in the pot, $1,000 to first place, and 1,000 fuckers in our way, but everybody gets one entry. So it's a bit of a different challenge. So the idea is we try to put together an all-star team. Let's bring this in just a little. All right. So you can see the numbers. All right. It's a little bit more intricate. We go team by team to make sure they're all in here. There's no Arizona. Arizona's not in this slate. So we head over to Atlanta. We have Atlanta. All right. Who's playing for Atlanta? Holmes. Grant Holmes pitching for Atlanta. Struck out 9, walked 1 over 5 scoreless no-hit innings in Thursday's gratefully game against the Pirates. The right-hander built up 64 pitches as he dominated a Pittsburgh lineup that featured most of its likely opening day stars, including Byron Reynolds, Ryan O'Hearn, and Marcell Ozuna. Holmes is yet to allow an earned run this spring, posting a 16-6, sitting 16 Ks through 12 innings, and he's locked into an opening day rotation spot due to injuries to Special Schwallenbach, Hurston Waltrip, and Joey Wentz. Grant Holmes. Get him in there for now. Until we find better. Until we find better, that's our fucking guy. All right. Let's take a look at the Atlanta bats. Once we see we got cards at like 6-5, we're looking for 5s and higher. Like Drake Baldwin, 5-card fucking stud there. One for 4 to walk in a solo home run in Friday's win over the Royals. The reigning NL Rookie of the Year got a hold of his 93 mile per hour fastball from Cole Ragans in the third, giving Atlanta the second of 3 long balls in the night against the left-hander. Baldwin slugged 19 homers in 124 games in his MLB debut last year, and expectations are sky high for the 25-year-old in 2026 as he figures to be a everyday player while splitting his time between catcher and DH. You know what? We shouldn't pick players because then it'll automatically skip the positions. We'll go position by position and know who we like at the end. It's Baldwin, Olson, and Smith. Matty Olson, 6-card. We've read him already. We know what the man can do. He's an obvious fucking beast. Better than Dominic Smith. So Olson's a 6-card. What else we got? Albies on the board. Riley, another 6-card. We got some new news. Nuga news. 3-3 with a walk and a run scored in Friday's win over the Royals. While all the third baseman's hits were singles, it was an impressive start to the season. Riley's seen his offensive production decline the last 2 years as he struggled to stay healthy. But if he stays in the lineup, the 28-year-old is more than capable of returning to the level he established in 2021-2023 when he averaged 36 homers and 99 RBIs a year with a 286, 354, 525 slash line. All right. Interesting. Nobody at short. Ofield. Cunha on the board. Yastrzemski. 7-card stud. Absent from the lineup for Friday's opener against the Royals. The left-handed hitting Yastrzemski can start some left-handed hurlers, but he'll begin his Atlanta tenure on the bench as the Royals send ace southpaw Cole Ragans to the hill. Eli White will grab the start in left field and bat 6th. Well, Yastrzemski's in today. Hot fucking bat. All right, back to pitcher. Next, we go right through the fucking order here. Baltimore's up. Shane Baz on the board. We're kind of looking for men that excelled through the spring. But if we got new news, then we'll fucking read it. What the hell? Shane Baz signed to a 5-year, $68 million contract extension Friday. Baz was traded to Baltimore this offseason after delivering a 4.87 ERA, 133 whip, 176 Ks across 166 innings in Tampa Bay. Now the talented 26-year-old right-hander is a long-term home with the Orioles, where he'll look to improve upon his 2025 campaign. He's slated to make his season debut Sunday against the Twins. Remember, you got to be patient. It's $1,000 fucking dollars on the line here. Imagine being able to win a G every day playing fucking DraftKings. That's what we're going for. All right, let's get to the lineup. Samuel Basallo. He's no Drake. Drake right now is the trendsetter. We like Drake. You got to be better than Drake. Sneaky Pete Alonso, 2 Carter. Ryan Mountcastle, nothing. Mayo's at 2. Second base, nothing going on here. Third base, Jackson. 2 card, Mayo. Gunnar Henderson on the board. What we got in the outfield here? Taylor Ward's at 2. Tyler O'Neill on the board. Jackson again. The Beavers. Nothing to scream about here. Boston. There they are. Go Sox. On the mound for the Sox, C. Early on the board. Connolly Early will open the season in the Boston rotation, garnering his first start Sunday in Cincinnati. Johan Oviedo also made the opening day roster, but will open the season in the bullpen as a possible piggyback option. The Red Sox plan to give Early at least a few couple of turns in the rotation before reassessing their options. Early was stellar in Grapefruit League play, posting a 159 ERA and 16 Ks over 17 innings, which came after he held a 233 ERA and 29 Ks across 19 regular season frames down the stretch last year. He'll have to pitch well to retain a rotation spot over the long haul, but the news is a big boost to Early's fantasy prospects. Ooh, we like that. We like it. What else we got? Wong. Right now it's still Baldwin. Will Contreras, 3 card. Marcelo Maya, 2 card. Colton Durbin, Caleb Durbin. Again, back to Maya. Trevor Story, 5 card Trevor. Here we go. 1 for 6 with a solo home run in Saturday's extra inning loss to the Reds. Story's third inning homer was the first of the season, but the at bat with more impact occurred in the 8th inning, with 2 outs, 2 runners on, and Boston trailing by 1. Home plate umpire C.J. Buckner, who had 6 of 8 ABS challenges overturned and potentially more Boston had not used up all his challenges early in the game, rung up Story, who appeared to have checked his swing. Without a challenge to use, Story went old school and threw a tantrum at home plate. Red Sox manager Alex Cora came out and was eventually ejected. Story is 2 for 11 through 2 games and is an RBI in each contest. Story's a passionate man. Roman Anthony, nothing. Duran Duran, 2. William Abreu, 2. Yoshida, not a thing. Cubbies. So it's root for the Cubbies. Shota Imonaga on the board. Shota is a 2 card. All right, what do we got? With Matthew Boyd named Chicago's opening day starter, Amaga could be the team's number 3 behind Cade Horton. Imanaga was seen as an option for the opening day assignment, but Chicago will instead turn to Boyd for the 3rd time in his career and first with the Cubs. The team hasn't officially announced its plans behind Boyd, though slotting Horton 2nd and Imanaga 3rd would show Chicago's lefty, righty, lefty. Imanaga is the number 3 starter. His first appearance of the regular season will be March against the Nationals at Wrigley Field. What we got here on the Cubbies? Carson Kelly, 3 card. Michael Bush, 2 card. Nico Horner, 4 card. 4 card Nico. We haven't seen anybody big at second yet. Let's see what Nico's got. Nico and the Cubs agreed to a 6-year, $141 million contract extension Thursday. Horton's extension further solidifies the Cubs' commitment to their current core after the club signed Pete Crow Armstrong to a 6-year deal Monday. Since becoming a regular starter for the Cubs in 2022, Warner has established himself as one of the premier second basemen in baseball while slashing 284, 339, 389 and averaging roughly 58 RBIs, 83 runs scored, and 31 stolen bases per season. Fucking right. Bregman, 4 card. I'll entertain some 4s. Bregman went 2 for 2 with a walk and a solo home run in Sunday's Cactus League game against the White Sox. Bregman connected for his first Cactus League home run as a member of the Cubs, and he's now slashing a robust 455, 571, 909 this spring. The talented third baseman will next play for the United States in the World Baseball Classic before returning to camp. Bregman dealt with a quadriceps strain last year that limited him to only 114 regular season games for the Red Sox, his fewest in a season since 2021. He's fully healthy now and should slot into the heart of Chicago's lineup to begin the year. Swanson, 3 card. Pete Crow Armstrong on the board. Ian Happ, 3 card. Michael Conforto. I believe it's Michael Conforto. I'm not changing names right now. We got to move. On the board. White Sox. There they are. We're playing for a G, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing for a G. AK on the board. Let's see what we got. AK-47. K is expected to be in the season as the White Sox number 3 starter, lining him up to make his season debut March against Milwaukee. The left-hander joined Chicago on a 2-year, $12 million contract in December after pitching to a 2.53 ERA, 115 whip, 249 Ks over 291 frames in Japan the previous 2 years. K was unremarkable across parts of 5 MLB seasons before heading to Japan, but his return stateside has gone well in spring training with a 2.16 ERA and 116 whip in 5 starts. Well. What else we got? Edgar Quiero, 2 card. Murakami, 3 card. Vargas, 3 card. Chase Madroy, 5-card chase. What do we got? 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a solo home run Thursday against the Brewers. Madroy was one of the few bright spots for the White Sox in a blowout loss. He led off the game with his first home run of the season and also continued to showcase his ability to get on base after posting a .418 on-base percentage across 52 at-bats this spring. Madroy led off with against righty Jake Mizorowski, and the middle infield skill set suggests he could continue to hit towards the top of the order and play nearly every day. God damn. Madroy. Like that guy. Vargas. We read about Vargas already. Montgomery. 3-card. Outfield. We got Austin Hayes. Andrew Benintendi. Edgar Pararia. There's T. Peters down here. T. Peters. 2-card. Moving on. We got Cincinnati here in the slate. Cincinnati. It's 22 teams here. We're going through pretty much everybody. But just the All-Stars, baby. Lauda. Nothing on Lauda. All right, let's do it. Stevenson on the board. Sal Stewart. 6-card Sal. What do we got? 2 for 4 to solo home run, 2 RBIs, and a walk in Saturday's win over the Sox. Stewart's wrist soreness didn't seem to be an issue Saturday, as he stayed hot at the plate. The first baseman had an RBI single in the first and then took Sonny Gray deep in the third. Batting cleanup for Cincinnati, Stewart's 5 for 8 with 2 doubles, 1 home run, and 2 RBIs through 2 games to begin the regular season. Ooh, hot bat. Hot bat. Spencer Steer, 2-card. Matt McClain. This guy's a fucking beast. He's an 8-card. 3 for 4 with an RBI, 1 run scored, 2 walks in Saturday's win over the Red Sox. McClain tore the cover off the ball during spring training and is carrying it over to begin the regular season. McClain drew an 8-pitch walk in the first inning, later screwing on a fielder's choice. He then drove Ke'Bryan Hayes with an RBI double in his second plate appearance. Through 2 games, McLean is 3 for 7 at the plate with 3 walks. The man gets on base. Suarez. Sal Stewart. So Sal Stewart can play first or third. That comes in handy. Ellie De La Cruz. Is there anybody else you need? Ellie De La Cruz, another fucking 8. Looks like we're stacking the fucking Reds today. 1 for 4 with 2 walks and a solo home run in Saturday's extra innings win over the Red Sox. De La Cruz clubbed his first home run of the season in the 5th inning to give Cincinnati a 5-3 lead. The shortstop, who clouded 20-plus homers in each of his first 2 MLB seasons, is looking to rebound from a second-half dip in production in 2025. To that end, Reds manager Terry Francona stated a goal in spring training is to keep him fresh in 2026. De La Cruz, who played all but 2 regular season games in 2024 and 2025, may get even more rest this season. He's Ellie De La fucking Cruz. The man gets the job done. Friedel, Nolan Marte, 4-card Nolan, Steer, and Dane Myers. I'll entertain Nolan Marte. What do we got? Isn't in the lineup for Saturday's game against the Red Sox. Fuck him. Moving on. Cleveland. I think they play later tonight. Because I won money with Cleveland yesterday. Chase DeLauder came through. So we get to move. We have 8 teams that we actually get to skip. This is 22 fucking teams we'll be going through here. Colorado, I believe, is in here, right? Colorado. Colorado. Quintana, nothing. Hunter Goodman. 3 cards, Sullivan. 4 cards, Sullivan, but nobody's beaten Baldwin. We can entertain it. You got time. Be patient. Patience is a virtue. Rocky selected Sullivan's contract from AAA Albuquerque. Sullivan won the backup catcher job behind Hunter Goodman. He'll get some starts on Dave Goodman serves as the DH, but Sullivan will operate mostly in reserve. Right, how much time we got? We got an hour. We're good. We're good. All right. Rumfield on the board. Castro. 3 card. Caros. 5 card Kyle. Begin the 2026 season on the big league roster. Caros was the favorite to claim third base job coming into spring training, and his performance during the exhibition season aligned those expectations. He collected 15 hits, 4 of which went for extra bases, and struck out only 9 times in 41 plate appearances. Caros will presumably draw the majority of starts at third to begin the season, though his role hasn't been defined. Ezequiel Tovar. 4-card Ezequiel. Can he beat Trevor Story? 1 for 4 to 2-run homer Saturday against the Marlins. Tovar pulled off an offering off Yuri Perez over the left field fence in the 4th for his first home run of the season. He's hit cleanup in each of Colorado's first 2 games, collecting 2 hits and 8+ appearances. Ezequiel. Brenton Doyle, 2-card. Jay McCarthy, 2-card. Castro, what was he on? Jeff Beck. Jordan Beck. Who's next? Detroit. No Detroit. Moving on. Houston. The Houston Astros. TMI. Tatsuya Yamai started Thursday's Grateful League matchup against the Mets, allowing 1 hit in a scoreless inning. Yamai would face the minimum in his spring debut, ultimately needing just 10 pitches to get out of the frame. After giving up an infield single to Marcus Semien, the right-hander coaxed the pop-off the bat of Michael Tauchman before getting Bo Bichette to ground into a double play. The 27-year-old Yamai is expected to play a big part in the Astros rotation that lost Framber Valdez in free agency. Yamai signed a 3-year deal with Houston after posting a stellar 192 ERA with 178 strikeouts across 163 innings in 2025 with MLB's Seibu Lions. Japan. All right, Astros. Vasquez. Nothing. Walker, 3 card. Altuve. Isaac Paredes, 3 card Isaac. Carlos Correa. Pena. Correa, nothing. Alvarez. 3 card Alvin. Smith, Loperfido. Moving on to Kansas City. Kansas City against Atlanta's. Atlanta's hot bets. Seth Lugo. No Seth Lugo. Sal Perez. 4 card Sal. Anything new on Sal? We've read Sal. Nothing new on Sal, nothing new on Carter. Except they got shut the fuck down by Chris Sale. Pasquantino. Nothing on Pasquantino yet. Garcia. Lofton. Go Bobby Witt Jr. Caglione. Lane Thomas. 5 card Lane. Nothing new on Lane. We read about Lane. Kyle Isbell. Moving on. Athletics, Las Vegas. Morales. Luis Morales. What do we got? Allowed 3 runs on a hit and 4 walks across 2.5 innings in Monday's Cactus League win over the White Sox. He struck out 2. Morales struggled with his control out of the gate. Then go fuck yourself. All right. Too many pitches to choose from, and you just found the board. Langoliers. Oh, this guy fucking 7 card catcher. Do we even need to look any further? 2 before to walk in a grand fucking slam in Saturday's extra innings loss to the Blue Jays. After going yard twice in the A's opener Friday, Langoliers belted his 3rd home run of the young season in the 7th inning off Brendan Little. The 28-year-old backstop is 5 for 8 with 6 RBIs to begin the season as he looks to beat the career-high 31 home runs he launched in 2025. We even need to look, but we will for the fuck of it. Nick Kurtz. 4 card Nick. We read them already. Nothing new on Nick. Hanez. Max Muncy. Ooh, did something go down, Max? Did you get something new? Now we read that. Starting at 3rd base, batting 7th. It was boring. Shortstop. Wilson. Rooker. Soderstrom. Clark. Nothing new. Nothing new on these men from yesterday. Nothing eventful. Fuck off. Angels. Oof. How are we doing on time? 58. Los Angeles Angels. Joe Kanaka-Wakowitz. Oh, we got a 2 card pitcher. What we got? Jack Crack was informed Friday he made the Angels opening day roster in an unspecified role. Kowaknowitz has been competing for a rot in the Halos rotation, and it's not a guarantee he'll be the starter. He's officially made the team. Still, there's a strong chance Kowaknowitz is part of the rotation, given Alex Manoah's struggles this spring and an elbow issue for Grayson Rodriguez. Kowaknowitz posted a 6.81 ERA across 111 innings. Travis Day Stunad. Let's take a look. Nothing on Stunad. Nolan Chanel. His name kept popping up a bunch of times, but that's just early on in the season. Adam Frazier. Yoan Moncada. There he is. Zach Neto. Mike Trout. Joe Adell. Joe Adell, 4 card Joe. Lau. Soler. Frazier. Let's give Joe Adell a look. I haven't read about Joe Adell in a while. What do we got? 2 for 3 with a solo home run, 2 total runs, 2 RBIs, and a Cactus League win over the White Sox on Wednesday. Adell's homer is anything but cheap as he mashed the ball 468 feet to left center in the 4th. He had another RBI and a single off the 6th and later came around to score. Adell is having a nice spring, slashing 323, 323, 613 with a pair of home runs, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs over 31 at-bats. However, His plate discipline hasn't been ideal. He's posted a 12% strikeout rate so far. Adele is penciled in as the Angels' primary right fielder for the upcoming campaign after posting numerous offensive career best marks last season, including a 778 OPS, 37 homers, and 98 RBIs. All right, we like it. We like Joe Adele going up against the Japanese phenom. We'll see. What else we got? Dodgers? I think the Dodgers play tonight, so I don't think they're here. But we'll always check. Let me check on my pierogies. Just sit and boil a bit less. Right. I'm boiling pierogies and beer. All right, what we got? Miami. Who's on the mound? Meyer. Max Meyer. Struck out 6 over 3 scoreless innings in Wednesday's Grateful League game against the Astros, allowing 1 hit and 1 walk. The right-hander fired 30 of 48 pitches for strikes as he continues to get built up ahead of the regular season. And he topped out at 97 miles per hour in a first-inning four-seamer to Jose Altuve. Meyer is yet to allow a run over 7 spring innings with 12 Ks, and he's flashed ace-level upside before. But after throwing only 64 innings in 2025, simply staying on the mound and taking a regular turn in the Marlins rotation would be an accomplishment. Kid's hot out of the gate. All right, let's see what we got in the lineup here. Augustin Ramirez, Connor Norby, Xavier Edwards, Norby, Sonoja, De Los Santos. Don't see anything. No, bats aren't hot. Those pitchers got to go deep, huh? Lopez, Jacob Marseille, Hernandez. Hernandez is a 4. Slater, Sonoja. Herberto Hernandez. Likely to see extra playing time in left field due to Kyle Stowers being set to begin the season on the IL. Hernandez was initially more time at DH while providing a platoon partner for Stowers in left field and Owen Casey in right. And now the need for his glove is more often. Griffin Conine will also have a big role in the DH mix with Hernandez, while Connor Norby can get some starts in left if he shows up. He's up to the task defensively. What the fuck is about everybody else? Hernandez is hitting 220. Get the fuck out of here. Brewers. Where's Milwaukee? Sproat made the opening day rotation and slated for his season debut Sunday versus the White Sox. Injuries to others pushed Sproat up the pecking order, but he might have captured a spot in the Brewers' rotation regardless. The right-hander was charged with 5 runs but had 10 Ks over 9 innings during Cactus League play. After facing the White Sox, Sproat tentatively lines up to go up against the Royals and the Nationals, giving the 25-year-old righty early season streaming appeal. Goddamn. Early season streaming appeal. Let's see what we got. Contreras is a 4, but I think Langoliers has this fucking thing locked up. But we'll look if anybody's numbers come even close. First base, second base, Terang, Renigfro. 4s or betters to get flipped. Ortiz, such as Junior Ortiz. We're looking for somebody that could be better than Trevor Story. Ortiz went 2 for 4 with 1 RBIs and 2 stolen bases in Saturday's win over the White Sox. Ortiz drove in a run in the 7th inning while recording his 3rd career 2-stole game. The 27-year-old is off to an encouraging start, posting multiple hits in back-to-back contests to open the season. He slashed a disappointing 230, 276, 317 in 2025, but looks set to hold down the club's starting shortstop role. Joey Ortiz. That I have to fix. Moving on. Sal Frelick, Perkins, Lockridge. Lockridge is a 5. What do we got? Brandon Lockridge. It was Brendan. It's Bran. Done. Brandon Lockridge, included on the Brewers' opening day roster. The writing was on the wall that Lockridge had won a bench spot when the Brewers optioned Blake Perkins to AAA Nashville on Friday. But the decision is now official. Lockridge did an excellent job separating himself from the competition during Cactus League play, slashing 316, 435, 684 with 4 homers, 9 RBIs, 13 runs scored, 3 stolen bases across 13 contests. As long as he can continue to produce on offense, the 29-year-old outfielder will likely fill in for either Sal Frelick or Garrett Mitchell whenever the Brewers encounter a left-handed starter. It's boring shit. Minnesota. It's always good to see what team I'm to, so I see how far we're at. We're at the half. We're over half. Okay, good. It's the halfway mark. Minnesota. Playing for 1,000. We're playing for a G, baby. We're playing for a G. No Bailey Ober. Caratini, 3 Carter. Bring this window just a little bit open. Bell, Clemens. Clemens is a 4. What we got? Cody Clemens started first base and bat leadoff in Sunday's game against the Orioles. After taking a seat against lefty Trevor Rogers in Thursday's season opener, the lefty-handed hitting Clemens has now landed the leadoff role in 2 straight contests, with the Twins facing righties on both occasions. At least for the early part of the season, Clemens looks to occupy the strong side of the platoon at first base. Boring. Casichil. He's a 5. Cody Clemens. T. Gray. Luke Casichil. Starting Thursday's Grateful League contest in left field. Stop. It's notable because it marks the first time Casichil will play the outfield since undergoing elbow surgery in 2024. The 23-year-old made his major league debut last season and only played second base. If he wasn't slotted, it's boring. Fuck him. Looking for exciting. That's not exciting. Lewis. T. Gray, we looked at already. Buxton. Walner. Trevor Larnach. All right, moving on. The Mets. Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Step on up and fuck the Mets. McLean. Nathan McLean. There he is. What do you got on Nate McLean? No longer experiencing vertigo-like symptoms and is slated to... fuck off. Vertigo, really? That's what you got? Luis Torrens. Jorge Polanco. Marcus Simeon. Bo Bichette. Brett Beatty. Francisco Lindor. Nothing. Bo Bichette. Soto. Not even on the board yet. Luis Robert, 3. Carlos Bengi. Carson Bengi, right? 5 Carter. 1 for 3 with 2 walks, a solo home run, a second run scored, and a stolen base. In Thursday's win over the Pirates, starting in right field and batting 8th in his big league debut. The 23-year-old top prospect got a hold of a first pitch sweeper from Justin Lawrence in the 6th and drove it into the bullpen in right center. In the process, Bengi became just the second Met in history to homer on opening day in his first MLB game, joining Kazuo Matsui. Bengi struck out on his other 2 plate appearances, but that won't take anything away from the dazzling debut, as he makes a very early statement that should be viewed as a favorite to win the NL Rookie of the Year award. Wow, one good game, and they already line up those fucking props, don't they? Carlos Bengi. On to the Yankees. I don't believe we're on the slate. They play tonight. Yes, no Yankees. Phillies. Who we have in the showdown game. We liked Jesus Luzardo. but I don't know if we like him here. Big fat contract we read about. All right. We read about Luzardo, Realmuto. We know these guys. Kemp is a 6, but there was nothing on him. Sosa. Alec Baum, we really liked. And Baum is a 3, so he's not going to qualify here. Schwarber's a 3. So moving on. Pittsburgh. How are we doing on time? 46 minutes. Z. Moldinsky. He ain't there. Henry Davis. 2. Ryan O'Hearn. Horowitz. Brandon Lau. Nick Gonzalez. Jared Triolo. Gonzalez Triolo. O'Neill Cruz. Byron Reynolds. Nothing. O'Hearn. Mango. Moving on. Padres. Oh, the Padres here today. I believe they're playing Detroit, so no. As the Padres, the Giants are playing the Yankees, so they're not here. Seattle, they play the Guardians tonight, so no. Cardinals. D-May, nothing. Got Dustin May, we'll find out later on. Herrera, Pages. Burleson, 4-card first baseman. He gets a shot. What do you got? 3 for 4, a 2-run homer. Walk an additional run scored in Thursday's win over the Rays. The Cardinals lost several key hitters this offseason as Wilson Contreras, Brendan Donovan, and Nolan Arenado have all gone elsewhere. But Burleson opened the season as St. Louis' number 3 hitter and should maintain strong RBI upside from the spot. The 27-year-old cleanup hit a career-high 290 with 18 homers, 26 doubles, 69 RBIs, over 497 regular season at-bats a year ago. And he's off to a fast start in 2026 with his opening day long ball. Very nice. Opening day long ball. Burleson. J.J. Weatherholt, 5-card second baseman. What do we got? 2 for 5 with a run scored, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base in Saturday's extra inning win over the Rays. With 1 out and runners on second and third in the 10th, Weatherholt walked it off by hooking a grounder into right field. The 23-year-old second baseman has made an impact in 2 straight games to begin his MLB career after homering in his debut Thursday. And while also committed to throwing error Saturday, he's otherwise quickly established his credentials as an early favorite to win the NL Rookie of the Year. They love giving this award out. Ramon Urias, Mason Wynn, Trevor Segase, Victor Scott, Jay Walker. On to Tampa Bay, their opponents. Mats. We'll go Steven Matz. What do we got? Allowed 1 hit and 1 walk in 4 shutout innings during Thursday's gratefully game against the Twins. He struck out 3. Matz is now up to 6 scoreless frames covering 2 Grateful League outings. The 34-year-old left-hander is looking to open his first season with Tampa Bay as part of a starting rotation, which could occasionally give him a streaming appeal in deep fantasy leagues for home starts at pitcher-friendly Tropicana Field, based on matchups. Last regular season, Matz posted a quality 3.05 ERA, 110 WHIP, 59 Ks over 76 innings between St. Louis and Boston. Matz. Fiducia. Yandy Diaz, 3. Johnny Aranda. Palacios. Caminero. Diaz. C. Williams. Simpson, A. Palacios. Mullins. Fraley. Moving on. Texas. Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers. Matt Gore, who's a fucking 3, is our only 3-spotter. We're gonna put him in there. We'll get back to it though. Don't ever settle until you're done. It's $1,000 on the line. You Jake fucking Berger. We read all about Jake. I think that's our guy. We like Jake fucking Berger. Ezekiel Duran, Jung, Seager, and Duran. Emo, Haggerty, Metuchin. Oh, we like Jake Berger. Moving on, Toronto. No Lauer. Heineman. Vlad Guerrero. Ernie Clement. Kazuma Akamoto. Addison Barger. 5-parter. Addison Barger. What do we got? Not in the Blue Jays starting lineup against the Athletics on Saturday. Old news. Gimenez. 4-card Gimenez. Can he beat Trevor Story? 2 for 3 with a walk, a 2-run triple, and an RBI single in Friday's win over the Athletics. I read this, and he's good. We like him. He could possibly beat out Story. Springer. Varsho we also like, and I think he showed up. He's a 6-card. We like Varsho. And Sanchez. Back to pitcher. Our final team. Washington. How we doing on time? 39 minutes. We are perfect. We are golden. I can smell the beer coming out of that boiling pot. Jake Irvin, 2-card pitcher. What do we got? Irvin appears to be on track to begin the season as part of the Nationals rotation. Osiah Gray and Mitchell Parker are optioned to AAA Rochester this week while Brad Lord is being shifted to the bullpen, which seemingly leaves Irvin as the best man standing for the 5th-card role. Irwin's liability may have not won the day, and he's made 33 starts in each of his last 2 seasons despite a 5.4. Fuck off. Ruiz. Chaparro. Nunez. House. Abrams. Nunez. James Wood. Lyle. Weimer. Young. There you have it, kids. Let's make a fucking team. We've ripped through all of it. Brought to you, of course. In terms of pitcher, we start at the bottom. I think I know who we like. I think we like Matt Gore from what I read, and he's the only 3-card pitcher out there through scoreless frames. And I like Max Meyer. Going with these 2 guys as my pitcher. Shane Langoliers is my catcher. We got to make some money back here. Olson. We liked Olson. Pascantino. Burleson. I'm thinking Burleson right now. Sal Stewart. But Stewart could be our 3rd baseman. Jake Berger. There we like. I love Jake Berger today. The kid Cody. Jake Berger. My Texan. Second base, J.J. Weatherholt. Bang. Making our money back here. Third base, where's Sal Stewart? Taylor Santos, Kemp, House, Jackson Meyer, Joan Gargan. Sal Stewart. Two before Sol Horan. We like Sal. Anybody better than Sal? Do we like anybody better than Sal? Sal Stewart it is. Shortstop, we know it's Ellie De La Cruz. I forgot all about Ellie De La Cruz and fuck Trevor Story. And our outfield. We can start at the top, work our way down. Who do we like? Say Langford, Trout, Silverstrom, Varsho. We still got money. Was it Joe Adele we liked? But he's playing that Japanese guy. So come back to him. Yastrzemski, seven card Yastrzemski. So we got up to 5,300 to spend. We don't got to spend the whole fucking thing. Yeah, now we're coming all the way down here. Soler, no, it was a Joe Adele we liked. Bengi's right there too. Against those Molodinsky guys, and the Mets beat the living shit out of the fucking Pirates. Again, you got a hot rookie there. James Wood, Jerron Duran, Joe Adele. I want the rook. I want this Bengi kid. Hot bat coming in. Now we got money left over. We can upgrade anybody here. Anybody in this outfield that we love that you absolutely want to fucking have. Or maybe pitching. Matt Gore is the only 3-card pitcher. What if we want to come up from Myers? We go all the way up here to fucking McLean. Or even Luzardo. But I got 2 fucking Texas guys in there. Matt Gore versus Luzardo. I can't take both pitchers, can I? You could if you wanted to. McLean struck out 6 of a 4 scoreless frames in his lone Grapefruit League outing last week against the Astros. He'll be cleared to start for Team USA against Team Italy. All right, fuck it. McLean it is. I watched what they did to the Pirates. That is our $1,000 lineup. You get the best, you get the fucking best. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. May fate decide your fortune, and if you should make some money, right here on Steel Bikini Spectacular 4. Peace, love, and war.